Hello and welcome to another episode of 8-Bit Wars. This time we are looking at Ocean's 8-bit game Batman the Caped Crusader. This is the second Batman game licensed from Ocean and was released in 1988. The game was developed by Special FX Software, who were also responsible for other Ocean licenses such as The Untouchables, RoboCop 2, Midnight Resistance and Hudson Hawk. So as usual, let's start off with the ZX Spectrum. Nice title screen. Good use of color here. Zip, here comes Batman down the bat pole Adam West style. As you can see, everything looks nicely detailed. The game plays out in a series of comic book-like panels where Batman must explore maze-like locations and find objects that enable him to solve puzzles. So it's best described as an arcade adventure-style game, so typical of many computer games made in the 80s. This version runs at a good speed and has some nice little animated touches. The only thing that spoils it slightly is that some screens have red backgrounds and the foreground characters tend to get lost. Also, there doesn't seem to be much use of sound effects or music. But overall, a very solid game here. Onto the Amstrad CPC version, and we have a very similar title screen made up of 4 colors. Lots of blue here, but suits the game. Oops, unfortunately there's no video for the Amstrad version, sorry. So I can't really comment too much on this version except to say it looks similar to the Spectrum version, nicely detailed and very blue, but the characters do stand out quite well. So now let's move on to the C64 version. So another well-drawn title screen and nice use of the Commodore color palette. And as you can see, the game looks similar to the Spectrum but has a chunkier, more colorful look. Lots of browns and grays, which is typical but suits the Batcave well. Really nice animation of Batman, and you can even karate kick the bad eyes into the air. There's an option here for either sound effects or music, but the music is definitely the way to go. Great use of the SID chip here, what a funky bat tune. I really liked this game back in the day and enjoyed the exploration aspect of it rather than just another scrolling shooter, but looking back now I must say some of the puzzles don't always make a lot of sense, and I hate the fact that your energy is constantly draining, so it really is a race against time to pick up all the items and save the day before old Bats kicks the bucket. And of course the Dark Knight cannot kill any of the bad guys, so all you can do is try and stun them and get past them as quickly as possible, which is kind of annoying as you're trying to figure out where you need to go next. Despite all these niggles, Caped Crusader still proves to be a solid little arcade adventure game and certainly will prove a challenge to most players. So which version is the one to go for? Well, I personally think the C64 is the winner this time. I prefer the graphics and animation, and the sound is easily the best by far. It does a great job of capturing the feel of the comic book series. I'd say still worth a look if you don't mind putting up with a bit of frustration. Well, that's it for now. Thanks everyone for listening. Goodbye for now.